Welcome to the ring, where we will be fighting out of the blue corner initially. This is all a Swindon visitor, Jensen Irving. Irving Jensen, fantastic afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Get ready to settle in for a professional boxing show from the OO Arena at Wembley. The middleweight bout will get us underwhelmed. Welcome to the ring. Jensen Irving will be boxing from the blue corner, while his opponent will be battling from the red corner. Azim Hassan, music. We haven't seen Hassan Azim in the ring for 18 months due to injuries that have forced him to put a stop to his professional career. However, he is back with a new training team, a fresh start, and hopefully the launchpad his career deserves and needs. Since this isn't the first time he has boxed on his brother's undercard, it's undoubtedly a big night for the Azim family. Gentlemen and ladies, there will be 4 3-minute rounds in the middleweight class of this first fight. When the bell rings, our referee. We're in the black trunks with white trim, Amy Pugh. He weighs 11 stone 9 pounds and has a professional record of 23 fights. He fights out of Sweden in England. Let's meet the fighters first. Jensen Irving and his opponent are fighting out of the red corner. He is 5'10" 10 inches tall, weighs 11 stone 11 BBS, and is in the white trunks with black and red trim. Introducing Hassan the Hitman, a fighter from rural England with an unbeaten professional record of 7 wins against 0 defeats, 4 of which came via knockout. Claps. A boxer. Follow my directions at all times, keep an eye on your head, and don't take low blows when I tell you to step back and defend yourself. In the first touch gloves round in Hassan Azim's second phase of career, he wears white with black trim, whereas Jensen Irving wears black with white. Hassan has experienced a period of inactivity and frustration as a result of his injury, and he really struggled to get back on the horse after he blew up in weight. He is currently with a new training team and has returned to Kilked. He is currently at a trainer for a new beginning, and he would be thrilled to be back there. It's great to see Hassan, who is prospecting his own right back under the bright fight night lights, come out here pretty aggressively in the first round here, setting attacks up behind the jab, ramrod jab, putting combinations together going up and down with the job head and body. Matthew Emlyn described the last 3 months as the hardest period of his life. Getting off the weight, building on success, and continuing to go back to the gym every single day, consistency. Claps back, simply needed to use a little caution there because he took some nice pictures of himself there. Even though Hassan Azim has a respectable knockout percentage of his own victories, 4 of his 7 victories have come inside the distance on the jab. The hallmark of the first part of his career was his heavy hands, as we saw on several of Adam's undercards. He just missed with it there, but he does possess power, much like his brother, and that's a good-looking body shot as well. Yes, you noted that a young athlete who won a bronze medal at the Olympics has a decent variety and a good right hook. He also sets up his attacks nicely, going up and down with a jab head and body. Although he hasn't, I was curious whether brother Adam would visit from the Hilton Hotel, which is the fight hotel close to the arena, where he used to play for Shame of Wigan. Josh Pritchard, together with his parents, will be welcomed in the front row. 3 minutes back under the bright light, a good round, but listen, you can see his shots in a little slow try catch and counter resort because you can see everything. I think you're focusing really well, so keep the pressure on when you're not working. Just jab it. It doesn't have to be hard all the time. Sometimes it doesn't have to be hard. Speed it up, and then boom, boom. Throw that 1-2 down the pipe. Everything is very good, and you're in good shape, and that's the main thing. I don't think you can put a value on what those 3 minutes will have done to Hassan's aim. He was very emotional after the press conference and said, "I'm just so excited to be back. It's been really hard trying to get the weight off trying to stay motivated. It's hopefully all going to come together for him now." I thought it was a good opening round considering the anticipation that must have been going through him before it. He was obviously eager, but he wasn't overly eager. Instead, he took his time. He set up his attacks behind the jab, and it was a good opening round. He tried to slip inside there to land the body shot, but he was a little bit out of range. You can hear the red corner of AIM shouting, "Don't go headhunting!" Jensen Irving had a beautiful lead left hook, and Irving had a decent right hand as well. Before that, there were 2 good jabs from Azim. Hassan Azim is employing the jab to the body to good advantage. Despite his 19 losses, J. Irving has been a consistent presence on the field. He has only been able to leave the area in the distance thanks to one individual, Alex Farrell in July 2023, which is good going when you box regularly, but he's got some ambition of his own. In this fight, Irving, he's not your typical tuck up and soak it up. Instead, he's trying to take the to Azim. There were some good shots, and Irving defended well because Aim really climbed into that right hand. It was a good right hand, but Irving's gloves were up and blocked. Applause. It was a nice-looking attack from Aim, though not all of it landed or didn't land flush. I should say that Irving keeps his hands up nice tight. He needs to figure out a way to unlock that guard. Hassan, Matt. In the first round, you stated that Hassan Aim's jab is a valuable weapon. You just need to be a little cautious about switching off, not being lazy, but switching off after a few right hands. If you get too predictable with the jab, you'll be counted over the top. How do you feel about that? Not, I feel slow. Hey, feel what feels slow. Feel slow. No landing. No, a simple landing near the ear could cause confusion. I found it intriguing that he might be feeling a little lethargic since I was curious about the chat in the corner when he was asked how he felt. He just described how I feel slow. Wembley Arena is filling up nicely, and tonight there will be a lot of fight action. Of course, the main event will be Adam Aim's IBO title fight against Sergey Lipinets, which will take place later in the second half of this four-rounder. You can see that when Hassan is dictating terms, he is well on top when the two are standing off each other. Yes, Irving is competitive in this fight, but Azim is completely on top. He's landing more and better shots, and when he lands, you can see it has an effect. Irving got adventurous aim came under the right hand of Irving, and this whole change started with that shot that landed from Hassan Aim, which he followed up with as well. I'm not suggesting that Irving's hurt at all, but he certainly felt the weight of Azim's punches. That was good work from the slow man, better from Irving. Yeah, I'm not sure they landed flush as the blue corner thought, but it was good work, Irving. That was a nice sounding body shot from Aim with tough guys like Irving. You always wonder if you could bring the hands down by going to the body. That might be the key difficult over 4 rounds back. Just switch South P there and partially landed left hand, but it's still all he's boxing. Well, if there's been any criticism of him in the past that he could be a little bit over ear, but actually tonight with the layoff, it's almost like it's installed a little bit of patience in him. He's been very methodical in his work. Yeah, he has, even from the first B, he was behind the jab. He was using the feints as well. Jaying up and down, head and body, picking his shots, bring those hands. Good man. Your lovely, attractive right hand comes up through the middle first. Irving is hurting himself after landing squarely in the solar plexus, but he's tucking up well. The bell will sound, but Hassan's bodywork is excellent, and the hitman had a great finish to the round. All right, one more round. I'll wash that gummy out. Can you do the same? How are you feeling? Please give me another listen. Yes, that was that body shot there. He looped it once for me. It was almost like a bolo shot, but it was a really good shot. You just round for me. Now you can see why he's only been stopped once. They weren't rangefinders, but he took it well, and everything that came after he tucked up and sucked it up. Then, as soon as he could, he came firing back, preventing Hassan from gaining too much momentum with him backed up against the ropes. Although this could have gone a little differently, Jensen Irving deserves praise because that was Tor at the end of that round. He handled it well, and the confidence that came from Hassan's aim made me wonder if he had Jensen Irving guessing whether it would land on his head or his body. He then took one in response. Hassan, it was the body work that opened up Gent Ning, who has been very competitive, as you mentioned. It's been a really helpful experience, and there has been some matchmaking from the people behind the scenes here. I'd like to see him double it off Beauty, which was a good left-hand hook there from Iring. Yeah, Aim just decided to change TCT and stand in range in the pocket with Irving. I'm not sure if that was wise because, well, he gave Irving a chance, and he took it. It was good right hand, as you said, and then he's back on the jab and finds the target Aim. F him. I wonder if it's actually possible to place a value on this since, well, Aim again was caught being a touch careless with these own defenses. Irving reminded him and clipped him, but I wanted Matt to understand that nothing could possibly duplicate the amount of time he spent in the gym and the time he spent returning. After 4 solid rounds, an opponent who is shooting back at you moves tuck up, forcing you to work. This would have greatly improved your aim, and if the next 40 seconds Or so go well, he will be eager to get back out as soon as possible. Irving's left hand, however, was good, so we can't change our aim just yet. Yes, and there is a blood smear directly on Aim's temple's right side. I'm not sure if that's Adin's little nick or Irving's blood, but if it were the latter, he could find his development irritating because we couldn't get a decent view of it from where we are. It's blood from the lip of both men's incredibly nice finishes. What I would say is that we're in for a treat if the fights we have later on follow that trend, because that was a really entertaining rounder. Azim. He probably received everything he desired from that and Jensen Irving, so you assume they want to put words in his mouth. The phone should be ringing, I would have assumed, because if you need work, he definitely brings it and gives it to you. That was a very watchable performance, and Irving deserves praise for being competitive in every round, which forced Hassan to work for a good 4 rounds. That concludes a really frustrating 18 months for Hassan Azim, who showed no negative effects from shoulder surgery. It's great to have him back, and let's get confirmation of the outcome with our master ceremonies. Big Mo, ladies and gentlemen. We proceed to our scoring judge Lee Evie's ringside for the final decision following 4 complete rounds. He determines that you are the winner and remain undefeated when the contest ends 40-36. Hassan, congratulations to Hassan Azim, the hitman, who wins each round according to scoring judge Lee Evie in the ringside. Between the ropes, Amy Pugh was in charge, and he observed every round favoring the sluggish man.